still going for, so we were like, what, middle of summer, it was either, I believe it must have been middle of, like, around Easter last year. I went to my mum, because I'd seen these other people's shows before, right? I'd seen their other shows before, and I thought, you know what, I'm doing performing arts, I might as well get back into acting and stuff. And at this point, I was in a much better mental state than I was before. I was in a much better state mentally than I was a few years ago, which was very good. And I thought, yeah, you know what, gonna do amateur acting again. Because it's like, hey, I haven't done any acting in a long, like, proper acting that I was more, that what, like, proper acting that wasn't connected to school for the best part of 4 to 5 years. I'm like, yes, this is what I want. So I spoke to my mum at the time, because I didn't know how to contact these people, I'll be honest. I could have just googled them and sent an email, as I later found out. Because I didn't know they had a website, and I remember, yeah, of course they have a fucking website, for Christ's sake, it's award-winning. Of course there's a website. But I digress. So I spoke with my mum, I was like, hey, because they are connected to the parish, they're partially supported by the parish my mum sings for. Or she's part of the choir for that parish. And I said, hey, can you, like, somehow get my name in there? They went to her and said, can you get my name in somehow so I can like, join them or whatever? As it turns out, at this point they were already, working on something. And, so, we didn't hear back for didn't hear anything the best part of, another, what, fewish months? I don't think I heard back, I didn't think I heard anything until around, I want to say mid to late September? And then I got an email from one of the directors, kind of out of the blue. I was confused because I didn't know what the name was, so I asked my mom if this was... So I checked the email and realized, oh wait, this is the people. It was the director using her personal email address. I should probably have you bear in mind. I kind of thought, right, yeah, okay, no, so they're in contact, so there's had a bit of a back and forth. It was at this point, the only reason I got lucky because I spotted it in time, because it was the point I was checking emails more regularly, like every couple of days or so. Because I was considering getting a job at the time, kind of stopped. I'll probably look for a job around maybe Easter. Again, I'll probably start that hunt for around Easter again. Anyways, anyway, so we had the back and forth through email, so what day do I need to show up? During the break in a minute, once I finish this game, of course. Anyway, back to the story, back to what I was saying. So a bit of back and forth. And eventually it's like, what day, and this bit of back and forth, like, hi, we were told you might be interested in, because, anyway, back to the story. So she asked, hey, is there another email you want to have updates sent to you on? I said, no, this one's fine, because it's the one I check the most. The one I check the most, and I said, alright, fine. And so they get to tell me a date that I can show up for panto, because obviously already in the middle of the production. and when I got the email. I think the open day would have been somewhere around the 18th? 18th of October? I'm not... Sorry. Can't 100% remember. It was like around that time. It was before the 20th. It was somewhere between the 12th and the 20th. Is all I can remember, and it was on a... It was a Thursday evening. I remember this. Anyways. It was a Thursday evening, 20th. And I got to see the production they did before. Because it was only like a week or so beforehand, and it was like, I thought they all looked like they were having fun while they were doing it. I think it was a fair thing because they hadn't actually come up with anything, because it was like a bunch of disjointed like songs from musicals and everything, which being real, didn't really care too much about. But I mean, it was all good. They all looked like they were having fun. And it couldn't have taken that long to put on, I don't think. Anyways, I digress. So I had the COVID jab I had the COVID jab that Thursday morning. Bear in mind, this is a second COVID jab, which has had a semi-reputation, I think, at least with what I know of it, or at least what I knew of it at the time. It was the stronger one of the two, and was more likely to put me out. And I knew that thinking, it's not going to put me out until tomorrow. Or maybe I was just being cocky in general and just thought, nah, it's not going to affect me. Began feeling a bit queasy towards the afternoon. You can see where this is going. And the thing with at least having performing arts as an A level is that, at least my 6th form, you are not necessarily, it's not necessarily a requirement, but they want you to show up to like a period 7 instead of because usually a school ends it after the 6th period of the day.
Hey guys,
Billie Eilish. Shut up, Billie Eilish. Shut up. Shut up. Okay, Emerald Hill. There we go. Anyways. I thought... And I had to go through a period 7 performing arts thing. I was like, oh god, I've just had to do music composition, I've got to do performing arts, and my head is killing me. Anyway. So I didn't have to do anything that day. Go home. I had to be there by 7:30, so I was like, right, need to be there 7:30. What time do I get home? About 5:15. Okay, what time do I need to leave in order to get there on time? About an hour and a half. So I would have had to have left at 6:45. Which meant I would have had less than 2 hours to get home. So, fuck. And imagine, and I wasn't too pleased about that. So I had like I ended up having dinner when I got home, which ended up being equally as bad of an issue. But anyway, I got there and it was like, we were all handed a bit of the script. We all had to like consecutively read off it as part of the thing. I think that was how it works. Sorry, brain is slowly shutting down again. What was alright. the open night. So I arrived at the open night. I go to the woman who sent the emails asked who I was, because, you know, she hadn't seen my face up until this point. So I explained I think I've said my first name before. I'm Robert. Is it? Oh yes. So easy for contact details. Like, yeah, here. Personally, Robert at shit. So that's a win for me. Anyway. So we're reading through it, and we're all going around, like, everyone reads the next line, which, you know, going around in a circle. I think by the time we reached reading the second act, I was so tired. I was like, I don't want to say anything. I didn't really know anyone to talk to. Well, rather, I didn't have anyone to talk to, because I didn't recognize anyone. I knew the guy who was doing the music, because he was the former director of music at my school. And he's also the director for the choir that my mum sings with. So I've known him decent portion of my, like, I think I've known him since I was, like, probably around 3, actually. I mean, I've probably known him longer, I just don't remember. If that makes any sense. I did the thing. So I got through it in the end. Went home. Actually, no. So at the end, they said auditions are this Saturday. Slight problem with that. That Saturday, I was not going to be around because I was leaving the next day to go to my sister. So I decided, yeah, So I spoke to them like, hey, I can't be here for any auditions on the Saturday because I'm like on the other end of the. I'm like all the way north. I'm in the north of England that day. Could I send in like an audition tape? As in, they said, yeah, that was fine. Bye. If you thought that was gonna keep you safe. Goddamn, okay, I'm dead. Anyway. I said, hello. Anyway, so they said, yeah, that's fine. They thought, right, I'll send it in on Saturday. Or Friday night. Friday, I was off bad because of the COVID vaccine finally took a full effect. So I was kind of sick most of that trip. Watched Free Guy. Got to watch Free Guy, though, while I was on the journey. Which was nice. Then I brain. Brain. So I said, they said, yeah, that's fine. I auditioned for, if I recall, 3 characters? I think I auditioned for Aladdin's brother, one of the 2 genies. Yes, there were 2 genies in the panto. One was for exposition, one was the genie of the lamp. It was Genie of the Ring. There's Genie of the Ring and Genie of the Lamp. I auditioned for Genie of the Ring. Aladdin's brother, and then I think a background character that was a policeman. I thought it was sort of kind of medium because, like, I was like, yeah, this is a reasonable amount of lines and it's a nice challenge. I thought, at least in terms of wishy-washy and the Genie of the Ring. They thought, okay, I'll audition for them. Auditioned for the policeman as a backup. Because I was like, I'm brand new to this slot. They're not going to give me a leading role, really. Realistically, they're not going to give me such a key role. Don't need to have a lot of lines to be important, you know? So I was like, I've got a better chance of getting the policeman, so I'll audition. So then, the next Tuesday, Actually, no, I didn't submit it until Sunday evening, like, fucking, like, midnight, like, probably 11 PM on Sunday. Because, A, I'd got drunk at my own sister's wedding, for Christ's sake. Like, so I don't really think I was in the best state of mind to be, you know, making an audition tape. So, so thanks to drunk me for, not making that audition tape. Regardless of whether I actually was drunk. Regardless of whether I'd remembered it, point is it would have happened, and I don't really want to know what that would have ended up like. Like, even if I was acting the same, I'm glad it was never risked. Is what I'm trying to say. I would... so I thought, okay, so I go there on... Anyway, point is, I go there on Tuesday, so they can announce, like, who's, playing who. And they go down and they say, when we call out your name, can you stand up so everybody knows what you look like? Because I wasn't the only new person joining. And well, Aladdin couldn't have been... Hold on, I've got a pamphlet here, what am I on about? Right. Let's see. What's the name? Okay, so they read out the baddie, 2 genies. And they read out the, like, other side character, townfolk people. Then they get to the laundry, because if there's something you need to know about Panto Aladdin, at least, is his mother owns the only Chinese laundry in all of Arabia. So the laundry is like everyone involved with that, which includes Aladdin. So they go Aladdin's mother, Then they say, and there's Aladdin, we have Robert. We have Robert, insert last name here. And I didn't stand up. What had happened, what I did was I sort of, hold on, let me just sort of go here, so. Alright. Is I sort of like, I hear my name, sort of like go, and sort of like stand like, hold on. Yeah, so I sort of like stand like this, and I'm like, Like, I was kind of like half standing up, half sitting down. And because I was like in like so much confusion. And I got like a bunch of claps, like, ah! I was like, hey, what? And sat back down. Then I wasn't needed for any to the scene they were rehearsing at that point, so they just sent me home. I was like, I think the first person I actually told was one of my mods. In fact, it's the mod that appears on streams every now and then, Capitalist Potato. I told him first. I said, like, help, so it's like, this is Panic. I'm at the they're announcing the cast members, and like, and he's like, yeah, what's the big deal? I was like, they cast me as Aladdin. I did an audition for Aladdin. And he was like, dude, Crash, you got the he said titular role.